Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about flame. Okay, what is flame? If I ask you this question, what is flame? So how you are going to define it? When anything burns, then the gaseous part that is visible to us is called a flame. Okay, the visible gaseous part of fire is called flame. Okay, if I ask you that coal is burning, can you see some flame on coal? No. But if somewhere like oil is burning, then can you see the flame? You can see the flame. So, how the flame is caused, what are the different parts of the flame, and are all the flames similar? No, it is also not so. It depends upon the type of substance that is burning. Then it will cause the different type of flames. Like if you will see the flame in your kitchen, the gas stove, when the gas is burning in the gas stove, what kind of flame is there? It is bluish in color. You might have seen transparent and bluish in color. If something just like candle is burning, then yellowish color flame is there. So it depends upon the substance, that what type of substance is burning, and according to it only the flame is caused. Okay, so flame can be of different colors. It depends upon the type of substance that is being burnt. Okay, so again let us see what is flame. The visible gaseous part of fire is called flame. Fine. Now we need to discuss about the parts of flame. Okay, we will discuss here about the different parts of the flame. So let us go on that concept now. See, if you have observed a burning candle, then what kind of flame you observe in it? Or can you see the different layers or parts of the flame? So I have tried to draw here and trying to make you understand with this diagram. Okay, so as you can see, the flame has a one outer part. If you have seen when the candle burns, or like when you worship God, at that time you burn an incense stick, dhupati, or some diyas, in which a wick of cotton is there. Okay, so what kind of flame is there? Or just recall when there is Diwali, what do? You make a wick by twisting the cotton and put it into diyas, put oil. Then what kind of flame is burning or caused on burning of the oil and wick made up of cotton? So same way we are going to discuss here about the flame, that is because it can be seen in the laboratories, or if we observe at home, then but don't forget that you are under someone adult's supervision. Okay, don't play, because fire can cause accident and it can also cause some hazard. Fine. So let us see the structure, or what kind of different parts of the flame are there. Fine. So first is, as you can see, the middle zone. Okay, then comes the outer zone and the innermost zone. Fine. This is how we can differentiate the various zones of the flame. So there are basically how many zones? 3 zones. So if we discuss about these zones, and besides that some more terminologies in the flame, then we are going ahead. Okay, like yellow flame is formed by the incomplete combustion of the substance. Incomplete. Yesterday we learnt about it. Incomplete combustion. When incomplete combustion means that oxygen supply is very less. Okay, it is lacking or it is deficient. So incomplete combustion takes place, then yellow color flame is observed. Okay, when incomplete combustion takes place, then yellow colored sooty flame is observed. Okay, the temperature of the flame is usually lower than that of a blue flame. When complete combustion takes place, then there is complete combustion, then blue flame is produced. Okay, when incomplete combustion, sooty and yellow flame. When it is complete combustion, then blue and a transparent type of flame is seen. Okay, now when the flame is observed, then it leaves behind black color substance which is known as soot and some other residues also. Okay, when flame is observed, then what do we see? Soot. What is soot? That black color carbon. Soot is observed. Fine. Now this flame leaves behind black soot and along with some other residues. Such type of flame is also called luminous flame. Luminous. Okay. So such type of flame which leaves black color soot and some other residues, then we say that it is a luminous flame. So you need to note it down. What is luminous flame? Now it produces this luminous flame, as the word says, luminous. Luminous are what? Which substances which produce light. So obviously it is going to produce light, and that also lot of light. So luminous flame produces lot of light. Okay, lot of light is produced by luminous flame. Now let us come to the another one, blue flame. Okay, now when the blue flame is formed, as we have discussed right now, complete combustion, will produce blue flame. Okay, now when blue flame is produced, at that time it has high temperature in comparison to a yellow flame. Okay, blue flame has high temperature as compared to yellow flame. Okay, as compared to yellow flame, blue flame has more temperature. Okay, now this does not leave any residue. As you might have seen in your houses, in kitchen, when the gas stove burns, does it leave any residue? No, it does not leave residue. It does not leave any residue. Okay, nothing is left behind. Fine. Now besides this, what is the other name of this flame? It is also called non-luminous flame. What do we call it? Non-luminous flame. What do we call it? Non-luminous flame. Okay, because it emits very less light. See, you have learnt about these words, luminous, non-luminous. Luminous means which emits lot of light, and non-luminous means which emits very less light. So here non-luminous flame is going to release, or it emits less light as compared to the luminous flame. So I hope it is clear to everyone that what is blue flame and what is the other name of this zone. It is called non-luminous flame. Yellow flame has a lot of light in it, so it is called luminous flame. Okay, now when flames are seen, they are formed consist of different color zones. Okay, They are made up of different color zones. So we are going to study about the different colored zones on the basis of supply of oxygen. Okay, how much oxygen is being supplied to it. So accordingly the zones are produced. The zones are made because of the different supply of oxygen. That if lot of supply of oxygen is there, then what do we call it? Okay, if less supply of oxygen is there, then which zone is there? As we have done here, middle zone, outer zone and innermost zone. So we will start with all these three zones we are going to discuss about. So first one is innermost zone. Innermost zone. What is innermost zone? The zone which is near the wick. You know, this is wick. This thread-like structure around which the flame is seen, we call it wick. W-I-C-K. Okay. Now the zone near the wick of a candle is called innermost zone. So this zone, okay, which is near the wick is called innermost zone. This zone is black in color. It is black in color. Okay. And what else? Near the wick. Innermost zone is found where? It is found near the wick and it is black in color. Okay, and it has unburnt wax. What does it has? It has unburnt wax. Okay, and is the least hot zone. It is the least hot zone, means it has very less temperature as compared to other zones. Fine. This is known as the innermost zone. We are talking here about innermost zone. So what are the characteristic features of this type of zone? It is near the wick, then it is black in color, then it has unburnt wax. Here the wax is not completely burnt. It has some unburnt wax and it is the least hot zone. Okay, so there are four characteristic things, features: near the wick, black in color, has unburnt wax and is least hot zone. Now then another comes is the middle zone. Okay, what is middle zone? Let us see. Middle. Can you see here? It is the middle zone. Okay. Now what is so special about middle zone? It is middle zone of the flame is also has, you know, what kind of appearance? The zone in the middle of the flame is called the middle zone. Now this zone is yellowish in color. So first character is yellowish. It appears yellowish in color. Okay, and moderately hot. Moderately hot. Neither too hot nor less. Okay, it's not that very hot or it is least hot. It is more than this and the outer zone. It is less than outer zone. So we can say moderately hot. Okay, second characteristic feature. It has partially burnt wax. Okay, partially burnt wax. Fine. Next, what is the next? It is, this zone is the luminous zone. We call it luminous. It means a lot of light is being emitted here because carbon particles, see, because of the partial combustion of carbon takes place here. Okay, and that carbon particles which are produced, they glow. Okay, so next is partial combustion of carbon, okay, which starts glowing. Now if we keep a glass rod in the middle zone, the unburnt particles get deposited on it. Okay, if you will, for example, the zone is this in middle zone. If we put the glass rod, what will happen? There will be a soot developed on it. It will get deposited on it. Okay, now these, and which turns that black. Now this is the part where incomplete combustion is taking place. Okay, here the incomplete combustion is taking place because the wax vapors does not get enough oxygen for complete combustion. It means here incomplete combustion is taking place. Why? Because whatever the oxygen, oxygen is the supporter of burning, and oxygen over here is obtained in very less quantity. It is available in very less quantity. So what happens? When incomplete combustion takes place, soot gets deposited. Okay, so for this we are doing an experiment. What if we place a glass rod in the center of this part, then due to incomplete combustion, soot will be produced, and that soot will get deposited on the glass rod and will give it a black appearance. Okay, it is happening because of the partial burning of the wax. So these are the, let us again see, partial combustion is taking place because of the deficiency of oxygen. Soot is produced. Okay, now next, now because of this, now oxygen and soot, we are talking about deficiency of oxygen and soot is produced. Now let us come to the third zone. And what is the third zone? As you can see over there, it is outer zone. Okay, outer zone. What happens in outer zone? This is the part of the flame which shows complete combustion. Complete combustion. What do you mean by combustion? Burning. Complete combustion takes place in the outer zone. Okay, the fuel gets completely burnt due to the availability of oxygen, because it is the outer part. So plenty of oxygen is there around it. So complete combustion takes place. Complete combustion because of plenty of oxygen. Okay, now this zone is the hottest zone of the flame. Hottest. Fine, so this is how we can discuss about the flame. Let us again recapitulate. Flame has three zones: middle zone, outer zone and innermost zone. Okay, now where is the innermost zone? Innermost zone is around the wick, and this is black in color, has unburnt wax and is least hot zone. Then comes middle zone. Middle zone is yellowish in color. It is moderately hot, neither too hot nor it's like it is not at all, it is cold. Okay, it has moderate temperature. Then it has partially burnt wax. Partially burnt wax. And this zone is called luminous zone because it emits a lot of light because of the unburnt particles that are present over there. They start glowing, and as a result it appears like very sparkling bright. Okay, so and here the partial combustion of carbon takes place, and this is due to the deficiency of oxygen, and over here the soot is generated most because of the partial combustion. Then comes outer zone. The outer zone is the hottest zone, don't forget it. See, you can be asked in the form of like fill in the blanks, true, false, or you can be asked in multiple questions also. Okay, MCQs also. So this is the hottest zone, or in one word question, name the hottest zone of the flame. Okay, name the luminous zone of the flame. Like this, the questions can be asked. So this is the outer zone, and outer zone has complete combustion. It is the hottest part of the flame. Okay, and why it has complete combustion? Because plenty of oxygen is present around the flame, so complete combustion will take place. So this is how we can learn, or we can understand the different type of parts of the flame. So this was all about today. So what is your work for the day is draw a well-labeled diagram of candle showing flame with different parts, and describe the all three parts of the flame.